Welcome to Creative Piano Academy with me, Joseph Sakor, and it's just one of those videos, guys. It's all about sitting in front of that piano, forgetting about everything and just having fun for hours and hours and hours. I've got a beautiful right hand pattern for you, and then I'm going to show you something so simple you can do in the left to turn it into a piece of music that you can just like play around and experiment with for hours. So I think you're just going to have to trust me on this one, Let's go. On this channel, I post simple techniques to get you playing better piano and having way more fun with it. If that sounds good to you, then smash that subscribe button as well as that little bell thingy next to it so you know when your next piano lesson is available. Now, let's go. Listen to this. I'm so excited about this video because I'm going to show you the same method, the same technique that I used to create pretty much everything you've just heard. It's just one technique, one method. I can't wait to show you it. First of all, I've got a right hand pattern for you, okay? It's a really nice right hand pattern. It sounds really nice on its own, but the beauty about it is once you've got it and once you set it in motion, you can use your left hand to accompany any note in the C major scale and it'll sound really, really nice. So I'll get this pattern going in the right and I'll play every single note in the left, just so you can hear what that sounds like. So this is the right hand pattern. Just keeps repeating over and over again. Well, it sounds nice on its own, but anyway, so. C. Okay, so if you keep that right hand pattern going, you can play any note in the left hand to accompany it and it'll sound really nice. The more that you play that, the more it'll seep into your bones and you'll get this natural kind of feeling to what will sound good, what won't sound good, and you can start, it's a good stepping stone into creativity and composing in general. For instance, you might play the B's like this on its own and be like, well, that doesn't sound particularly nice, but it does as like a passing note, so it might sound good doing this. As an example. So this is what's going to be fantastic about this lesson in particular. You're going to get to play all those varieties. You're going to get to hear what they sound like, and you can spend hours doing this, just sat in front of the piano, experimenting and playing around. And I am going to show you how to do that in this video. But first of all, we need to go over this right hand pattern and make sure we nail that down. So let's take this in two steps and two stages. Okay. So get your right hand into this position. So we want your thumb on the G. We want your first finger, your first finger on the G, your second finger on the C, and your third finger here on the D. Okay, this is going to be your position throughout the whole thing. You're going to use the G, the D, and the C. Now, for the first bar, I'll play it slowly. We've got C, G, C, D, G, C, G, C. Okay, so we need to get used to that. You can put the pedal down and play it a few times. C, G, C, D, G, C, G, C. Okay? And again. Okay? One last time. Now, second bar, start on the G. So we're going G, C, D, G, C, G, D, G. Okay? Really nice and slowly. Okay, so again, G, C, D, G, C, G, D, G. Okay. So, bar one. Bar two. So both together, quite fast, it sounds like this. Okay, if we break that down really nice and slowly, both together. Okay, and then that whole pattern repeats. So again, once more, C, G, C, D, G, C, G, C, G, C, D, G, C, G, D, G. Yeah. Okay, so what you need to do first is get used to that pattern, and then you can start repeating it as a pattern that just keeps looping over and over again like this. Try and keep your, basic piano technique. You want to try and make sure that your wrist is nice and relaxed, your fingers are relaxed when you're playing this, there's no kind of tension there, or there's very little tension there to obstruct that flow. It's a very flowy riff is this, okay? So nice and relaxed at the shoulder, nice and relaxed all the way down to these fingers, and we get this. Now, once you've nailed that right hand pan, you've got comfortable with it, it's a nice flow, we're going to bring in the left hand. And what I recommend you do first is just play around doing exactly what I did to begin with to show you how it sounds. So start off on the C like this, and remember what I said, I'm going to play octaves, you don't need to, you can play single notes if it's more comfortable, just bear that in mind. So if I get this going, we'll start off with the C's. Okay, that's nice. And then try the D's. And then E's. Pay attention to how it sounds. And then back to C. So notice how my left hand's shifting notes on every single cycle, so to make it a little more easier, a little simpler to start with, I'm just changing on every complete cycle. So once you've got used to that, well, that's stage one. Okay, so let's call that step one or stage one. Just get used to those, different notes in the left over a complete cycle. Now you can start having some fun by playing different notes and seeing how they sound. So a few ideas for you. So stage two, what we can do is we can start off with maybe the typical 1-4-5-1 chord sequence will work really well here. So that'll be a C, and then G, and then A, and then F. So have a listen to this. We'll start off with C, then G, up to A, down to F. Okay, so another one for you for stage two. We could go D, E, F, and then C. Something nice and simple like that. So we've got D's. So you notice that's a really nice change, yeah? And then boom, resolve back to the C. So have another listen. Okay. So there we go, in our little stages in stage two, we've got two examples. You've got C, G, A, and F, and you've got D, E, F, and C. So whilst you're in this stage, and there's more stages yet, but whilst you're in this stage, what I'd recommend you do is get a pen and paper, get your tablet, start writing down 4 notes completely at random and just seeing what they sound like. So if I did that, completely at random, we've got, let's try an F, A, B, and E. Completely at random. Might not sound very good, but that's the point. We want to see what this sounds like. Let's give it a go. Well, what God, doesn't sound bad at all, actually. I'm quite impressed with that. Anyway, so there you go. That's loads to be getting on with for stage 2. Stage 3, I want to start bringing in a little bit of rhythm here. So basically what we can do is, it's very similar, except what I want you to try and do is, let's take our C, G, A and F sequence again. But this time we're going to move halfway through the cycle. And this creates this, I don't know, you can move a bit easier, creates a bit more melodic interest. It's not quite as drawn out, and it begins to sort of form a really nice backdrop, a nice soundscape. It just sounds better as a piece of music. So, for instance, so next I'm syncopating it. You could do it straight like this. I think it sounds better, and maybe it's easier for you to play here because it forms that sort of, you're playing the syncopated note with the accent with this C here. So it might be easier for you doing it that way. Okay, so some examples we could try here. We start off with the A, F, G, C. Alter that slightly. G, E. D, G. You get the idea. I'm just picking 4 notes at random here, okay? So the opportunities are endless for you. So whilst I recommend that you get yourself some set routines, I've given you a few to have a go at here. The ultimate goal here is to enter that creative flow and just start playing whatever note you want. Once you're comfortable enough with that right hand and it keeps that pattern going, I want you to, well, like I just said, get into a creative flow, be a bit more spontaneous, and start just experimenting by moving to any single note. So what I was doing before, we'll take this pattern down to the beginning here. So this is really stage, I don't know, I've lost count now. I'm such a professional, and I've completely lost count of these stages. We'll call it stage 3, the final stage. It might be stage 4, whatever, I'm rambling. Let's go. So I'm going to move this from here down to here and start experimenting by playing any of these notes down here. Immediately from learning it up here, if we move it down an octave, it's going to sound a little bit more epic. So I like playing in this octave. You can play it anywhere you want. So for instance, I'm just going to play some random left hand notes. I'm not even thinking about this. I'm just going to start playing them, and I want to show you the kind of magic that can come out of it, okay? You get the idea. I'm just making that up as I go along, and that's the point, okay? I've spent, I haven't really spent much time on this particular exercise. I came up with it this morning, but very, very similar things I've been doing my whole piano life. It's just something that I thoroughly enjoy doing because it puts me into that creative flow, and I can sit at the piano, and this is what I love doing. I can sit at the piano and just play and play and play and play and play, and it does, I'm not restricted. I don't feel restricted by notes on a page or anything. I'm just playing whatever comes into my mind. I can't really describe that feeling in words, but it's something that I want you to experience, okay? So before we finish, let's really quickly recap what we've done here. We've got a right hand pattern you need to get familiar with. Just repeats. And then in the left hand, we started out by just using whole bars and hearing what every single note sounds like. And then what we did was we took a different rhythm, okay? Well, actually, I gave you some examples. So we had a C, G, A, and F, and we had D, E, F, and C. And then what I told you to do was just, pick any 4 notes you want. You can create hundreds of them, you can play them, see what they sound like. Then we introduce rhythm. So we get quite syncopated feel. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what I told you to do is take that right hand pattern, once you're familiar with it, take that rhythm, that syncopated rhythm in the left, and just sort of fill in any note you want in the left hand and just start experimenting and see what it sounds like. Start getting that feeling into your bones of what sounds good, what doesn't, what sounds tension, what's release, and just what feels good as an actual piece of music. So I hope you like that, guys. It's a little insight into what I like to do to get into that creative flow, get kind of spontaneous in front of the piano, and it's a tool you can use to sit in front of that piano for literally hours and just play and play and play and play. The more you do that, the more it'll seep into your bones, the more that you will feel what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, and the more you will develop as a creative pianist, a composer, rather than just, reading notes and playing those. And if that's your thing, I hope this video has been worthwhile for you. So, back to me. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I really hope you liked this video. Go to creativepianoacademy.com for my latest premium resource on learning piano. At the time of this video, it's called the Best Adult Piano Practice Plan. It's all about knowing what to practice and how to practice when you sit at that piano, and so you know you're not wasting any time. It's really good. Grab yourself a copy, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.